Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of It's On Us podcast. On today's episode we start off with a weird conversation about how phones data travels through us and how there's a bunch of data traveling in the world that nobody can really see. Besides that, we touch on different topics from Major League Baseball having salary cap issues and the Lia Thomas NCAA situation. Check out that and more on this episode of It's On Us podcast.
Your phone's on? So look at now it's not doing it. My phone's been acting up, but
You need a new one.
like if you start hearing that shit, like that's your phone is constantly bringing data in and out, shooting data in and out, your location in and out. So it's like everything is running.
Yeah.
If it's close to you, it's running through you.
Okay. So like we see each other, but then there's another plane of existence where like electromagnetic waves go and like just everywhere.
Yeah, just
and
like
so if your phone's always in your pocket, that's pretty close to your balls.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of like radio stations. So like if you sit close to a radio and if you get in the way of it, it'll like distort.
Yeah.
And then but if you hold the radio, it like uses you as like a satellite almost. Like it strengthens the signal. It's just weird as
frequency.
Weird as fuck. So it's like yesterday I was sitting there at work and Taylor Swift was on, and
Shout out Taylor.
It started like getting choppy because I sat down. I was like, I feel Taylor Swift coursing through me.
Stop it.
It's fucking crazy, yo.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So no, it's a lot, man.
Y'all just taught me something.
Yeah. No. Now you know this simulation is getting crazier and crazier, man.
Right. So with that being said, hello and welcome back to another episode of It's On Us podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We have 4 of us today. Our guy Cliff is on daddy duty today.
Super dad duties.
Right.
Super dad.
But we got Mr. John to my left.
Yeah.
We got nephew in the corner.
You're
And Ash in front of me.
The one and only.
And welcome to the show.
Welcome. What is this episode like 60 almost?
Yeah, 58,
69?
60. No, we're
I'm
not there
gonna
yet.
have fun in that episode.
Episode 69. I might come here
Don't act
naked.
up.
No
I
homo.
might get
Jesus.
What?
We might get a little freaky that episode.
We got to bring Jasmine back on with the roses.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
The roses?
Yeah.
So, this week's topic.
Childish. 69.
So this week's topics were powered by Mr. Ash because yesterday he got up and was like, "I got some topics. I got a voice." So can you
It's just a lot of stuff been weighing on me, bro. So so first off, we are experiencing this daylight savings time bullshit, which is like, okay, I get that it changed, but like now they're trying to say like, who's telling us to like, okay, now moving forward, 2023, this is it.
Well, it's all in the government. So they did that. I want to say it was for the farmers, basically to move back time so farmers had more daylight in the spring or whatever the hell. So now farmers still need daylight. Farmers still need sun, but apparently there is like laws coming down and people are trying to pass laws. And the thing is they're legislative. So they're saying, "Oh, here's a law," and they're going to lob it up, and if it gets shot down, it gets shot down. So it's probably going to get shot down. But if it doesn't, then everybody would be on the same time. Per se, or basically have no daylight saving.
So now you're trying to challenge the Earth's natural like.
In a way, it's just we construed time, I guess, the way we did it. So we're still going to have like time zones. There's still going to be like hours back, but just the whole point of moving back or forward will then no longer be.
Because they say there's 24 hours in a day, roughly. So how are you giving us the extra time or taking away extra hour? So is there 23, 25? Like, how does that go?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder what if they do if they do approve this law, are we going to fall back or are we going to stay forward? Like,
No, we're going to spring forward.
So we just sprung forward. So are we going to hold that?
So we'll stay in this.
Well, that's nice.
This time frame. So when you get off work at like 5 o'clock,
they'll still be light out.
They'll still be light out. Because most people they go into work, it's dark. They get off work, it's dark. Nobody wants to. That's creating a gloomy rule like person, you know what I mean? But if there's daylight out, you got a little bit of time. That's why summertime you get extra hours outside, you feel better because like the energy is different. So I mean,
this is huge though. It's very big. It's been around for a long time. I don't know, did you look it up, Jacob?
Since 1775.
Motherfuckers, a long time ago.
1775.
Yeah, as far back as
this has been Frank.
Yeah,
the great.
He raised this idea. Okay. Shout out to Big.
Shout out Big.
Okay.
But yeah, that is nuts though. Like I never knew it was because of farmers. I thought it was actually for like shopping centers and like malls, so they get more. Well, it's to kind of go along with your theory.
Yeah, kind of like
to keep businesses or be attractive for longer. Because, like how you said, people don't want to go outside when it's
pick your mic up.
Yeah,
when it's dark out, they lose motivation. But when it's sunny, oh shit, I hit up this place real quick. Go shopping with friends, get dinner maybe. So
a little psychology, a little mind trickery. Like, it's still nice out. Spend money,
right?
That's what I'm saying.
We getting in their pocket still.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
Wouldn't you want to do that in the winter though?
True, maybe.
Yeah, but people are
more holidays in the winter.
Yeah, but people are more or less likely to travel though. If it's snowing out, like Atlanta. When we went to Atlanta, they closed down Atlanta if it snows at all. And
dusting, we were like,
and I just figured it out in Tennessee as well. Same thing.
Oh yeah, a lot of southern states, like if they get snow, shut that bitch down.
It's crazy
because they don't know how. They don't have any salt. They don't, they don't have any snow removal equipment.
They ain't built like us.
They are not. No offense to our listeners out there, but
pussies.
Y'all ain't built.
Damn.
Sorry, I got some shit on my mind. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I don't know. I just feel like the sensitivity on like here versus like let's say Texas. There's not a lot of like when it blizzard and all that out there, they lost their shit. They were like,
right.
Look at these motherfuckers clowning. We experienced all the seasons in 1 week. We're all right.
True.
That is very true.
I bet our skin's like real, like they're really like dry down there, but we got we get hit with everything, man.
Fucking Bill Ford tough. Yeah.
I feel like our skin up here is oily.
Yeah.
Way more oily.
You said that as you looked at me, man. Shit.
Shots fired.
I seen the gleam.
The gleam, from the ball.
I'm over here like doing this to my nose and shit. Like, damn, how'd you know?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I just think you would want to do that in the winter, just because you have more seasonal depression and just more light. I mean, it's not going to be that much, but like you said, keep it well outside, spend more money.
Mm-hmm. Well, if this passes, then we're going to have more light, during those times. So that'd be nice.
It was nice this week.
So they're going to pass this.
It was nice as fuck this week.
I got that shirt.
It's like 65 yesterday.
I did a couple walks. Me and my client, he was working
Your
out.
energy picked up. You felt like a better overall person.
See.
So yeah,
you know what I mean,
that sun hit. She was like, "Oh,
that's that vitamin D that
I cooked out.
Everybody deserves to have, but like it's limited due to the seasonal changes in the earth and how it
broke out the old charcoal grill.
Yeah, see,
you did.
Yeah.
What'd you cook?
I grilled some steaks. And then I grilled some burgers.
Nice.
Some glizzies too.
No glizzies this time.
Oh, okay.
Kabasi.
He put that in the secondary drawer.
In the smoker.
Smoking
weenies.
Okay, so another topic. Okay, let's see. So we talked about the Northern Lights, right? You guys want to see that?
Yeah. So in the group chat, you mentioned Northern Lights. So Northern Lights are. Can you kind of explain that to me? Like I'm stupid because I don't know.
So
I really don't know.
Where is it, Gabe? You would say it's.
I think there's multiple spots you can go see them. I know you can see them in Alaska. You can see them.
What is it? Gas? Like
no, it's like it. I would say it's like kind of how I put it. Like it's magnetic, energy flowing. It's just different colors. Yeah, see the magnetic field.
What the fuck?
Northern Lights.
Magnetic field and charged particles emitted by the sun. That shit don't sound healthy though. I mean, I've seen pictures; they look cool, but fuck.
It's kind of reminds me of like when you show like a light through like a pyramid or not. You see all those
like
different colors.
Right.
Yeah, you see all those different colors.
You get to see the different diameters.
It's just
like
that of
the color spectrum.
It's just that, but on a massive scale.
No shit.
You know what I mean? So
the Earth as like a science project or something.
Basically,
that's crazy.
Honestly, I have a cousin that lives in Alaska, and she posts pictures sometimes, and just seeing them, it's like.
Can you go to a picture?
Yeah, go to that space one.
I don't know. I guess my thing is like, if I ever seen it, I'd be like, "Man, this is so fucking beautiful." Then I'd be like, "Wait a fucking minute." Wow,
holy shit!
I'm kind of skeptical because it's like, how is this being created? Like,
right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That shows you how beautiful. Like,
well, then you got to think about all the shit that's going on here and all the pollution and shit, and like this is created as kind of like not a byproduct, but like along with it. It's like that's kind of wild to think about.
And people can go and see. Of course, it's in the colder.
It's in Alaska, right? Like you can go to like Alaska to see it.
North Pole, I think you can see it there, but I don't know who's going to
Santa?
Yeah, I don't know who's all going to be seeing that down there.
I'm going to go visit him.
But yeah, I just think it. it was just gonna raise a lot of questions for me. Like, damn, what else can we? What can't we see that is being projected in front of us like that? We just can't see it.
Well, how we talked about radio waves and other kind of waves. Sure.
I mean, it's there. I don't think we just can physically see it until we take a per se substance or something, and you see another layer of how the world really is. Then you're like,
yeah. You know what happens when in payroll? I work with the payroll office at the city, and when I know when I get paid because someone has to make a call to post the transaction, and when someone does that, the person does that, I always kind of if I'm over there when she's doing it, I'll say, "Oh," when she hangs up the phone or presses it to release the funds, I'm like, "Oh, I just felt like I got paid."
See,
yeah, came through.
So I don't know, man.
Just imagine all the data, everything flying around
that we don't see.
The phone calls,
because most of us look at shit this way. But we don't really look at it this way, and then kind of just put that in full circle.
Look through the world and when you can see that shit too, with whatever filter you need. And
that'd make you go fucking nuts.
See all the.
It depends
data,
on the lens you're looking through, right? So, because for us, we don't wear glasses, but you do. So your perception versus ours is a little bit slightly you take your glasses off, it might be blurry to you, but for us, it's everything's vivid. It makes sense.
Shots fired, man.
But that's just an example of
glasses gang. I know.
Yeah.
Blindy.
I'm supposed to wear glasses, but I don't. I'll just be blind. Fuck it. Yeah.
I think I need reading glasses, but I don't know if I need it's reading from a distance though. Something like this, I'm cool with, but if you made it smaller, no, it's slow. I can't see.
So what is that? Farsighted versus? Are you nearsighted or farsighted?
I don't know. Can't see shit.
That nigga just blind.
I can I can tell I can actually. So I can tell you this mic is actually really detailed, but that can is not. That makes sense. I can see you guys, but I can't see your faces or anything.
So you'd be more nearsighted, and when it's close to you, you can't really see it. But when it's far away, you kind of can depict.
Even I think I would say that I'm farsighted because I can see this. This is fine. This is perfect. This is like really clear. But
yeah, I'm just letting you know, John. Our age group, it only gets worse.
My coworkers would tell me that. I'm like, because I was at my eye doctor. I was trying to like, not bitching, but I was like, I need this to be better. And they were like, this is it. And my coworker was like, you're 28. This is it. You are getting. It's gonna get worse.
It's all down here from here, Bucko.
Fuck, man. Makes me depressed.
So what does it say?
It says nearsighted people see close-up objects more clearly.
Nearsighted.
So you're farsighted.
While farsighted people see things in the distance more clearly.
No, I'm nearsighted then, because I can see things close, very, very close. I can't.
But what is close though? Because that's mad close. That's an inch away from your face.
Well, that's too close. I gotta step back.
See, then I'd argue. I mean, I could tell what this is, but I can't.
Can you read Aquafina?
Oh fuck no.
The old joke my mom told about my dad when he first got glasses, because he didn't has to get them until like he was like 45, 50. But she was like, "Hey, friend, your arm is only going to get so much longer." But not really, though. Maybe because he would read the newspaper like this so he could see it.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't see it any closer.
Oh, damn.
You gotta take a selfie stick.
Pretty much.
Oh, that makes sense.
Damn.
He's like, all right, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, but that just kind of goes back to a couple weeks ago when I said just take for granted. Don't take for granted what you have. Like sight is so fucking critical.
Yeah.
And being on a platform like this, like people don't need sight to listen. So that's like
even your listening ability to if you have hearing aids.
If you don't have
Hey, look, that loud music when you're younger really messes up your ears.
Bullshit.
Well, okay, for some people,
Fuggy.
I think. Some people.
Man, I got subwoofers right now in my car. I'm blasting this shit.
No, I'm not gonna lie though, because my little sister, she used to be really close to the TV when she was younger. I'm like, you might want to back up. That's too close. Now she wears glasses.
Really?
I'm like, see,
she should have listened to you.
Mm-hmm.
Too close, man.
All these screens and shit. You wake up and you get on your phone. Your screen is burning your fucking eyeballs as soon as you wake up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just imagine the damage it's doing.
All day.
And you got me worried about my nuts.
Stop
nuts.
Keep your phone in your back pocket.
Your phone is messing up your eyes, your nuts. Damn.
See.
And our brains.
And your brains.
This device is fucking.
Your social ability to interact with people instead of just now people just text.
Right.
Can't even do phone. The real purpose was for cell phones were, hey, I can call you whenever. No, don't call me. Just text.
Bullshit. I can't call you whenever. I'll call you past 9. I don't.
No, but like when people be like, "Don't call, just text me." I'm like, don't.
I mean, maybe they can't talk.
You defeat the whole purpose of having a cell phone.
Okay, all right then. So you're a caller over a texter?
I prefer to call over a text.
What about you, Ash?
Just shoot me a text. I might see it.
I'm like a business email, like 3 to 5 business days.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, but see, you know what? One thing I don't know about text. I'm more of a texter, but I don't know when to like cut off a text. Like even all right, I'll talk to you. Like last night, I had to tell Jacob, I was like, all right, I gotta go. I have to read. But normally, I just won't respond. I feel bad. I'm like,
I mean, sometimes I respond. Sometimes I'm just like, we'll just leave it at that. There's nothing else to say. You don't want to just make an awkward goodbye. Like, oh, okay.
Prolong, like, yeah.
I
guess this is it. All right,
I gotta go. Because on a phone call, you can just hang up. All right, I gotta go. Bye. Like on a text, it's like you could respond, you could not. You know?
I mean, you were replying.
That's why you gotta have your reads on.
Right. You were replying to text the same way you say like goodbye in person. You'd be like, okay, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay.
It gives me social anxiety though. Like that's that's why maybe I just gotta do that. Hey, I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Just end it so I don't have to think about, did I end that awkwardly? Did I not end that conversation? And then like days later, someone's like, you didn't respond to my text. Like,
I don't know how to say goodbye.
Was I supposed to?
Do I gotta say goodbye times 2?
It's like after sending like 5 okays, like, all right, I think we got the message.
When the text gets shorter, that means it's like, okay. Unless you're busy and it's like, okay.
Fucking, I'll call you like, hey, I'm done texting you. I'm gonna talk to you later, right?
But I think now we could just send the voice things too, so you don't even have to low key even text. I mean, that's a quicker phone call.
That is true.
I do like the voice memos.
We know you do. I keep all those bitches.
You do.
I do.
How do you get the? You actually put one on one of the podcasts.
How do you do
that? How do you do that?
So
is that that's a possibility to save those?
Yeah. So I keep them, and then I go back through our messages, and if I see one, I share it to my email. Then I download it from my email and put it into the multi-track.
Damn. Just okay. Then people listening, watch out what you say on them voice chats.
Man,
if them motherfuckers get kept,
got your ass, bitch.
Caught.
But no, I can add them for fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
So what's you had a very, very interesting story which I brought up earlier today, and I was like, there is no way. So read the story and I'll bring up the article about the kids.
Okay, so there was a elementary school who pretty much they had a auction. I don't know where the supervision was when all this was going on, but I guess they had 2 different races doing an auction. Like people were buying and selling of slaves.
Like right? portraying,
reenacting this slave trade. Mm-hmm. So, of course, the kids only got 1 day suspension, which is fucking absurd to me. Then moving forward, it's like, okay, how do you deal with this now? Like, Jacob, you come home from your kid come home from school and tells you like, hey, Pop, I just bought fucking three black kids.
No, that's not right. First of all, you shouldn't think that's okay in general. Mm-hmm. So if you first of all, you are done. Like we are getting some talking tos. You done fucked up because you to even process that's okay to even remotely participate in this fucked up.
Yeah, but then you have other parents who's like, how many you get? How much you spend?
Nah, fuck that shit. Nah,
that's how it is. That's how fucked up the world is, though. Yeah,
I know that's sad. It's sad. Like this, it was like what possesses these children to think like this? It's like
it's almost like it's fucked up, but you can laugh at it because it's like this is still going on. Still,
what grade was this?
I read through the article, but it didn't say.
So I first heard the story on the radio, of course, and then basically, the oldest kid was like 14. So how old are you at 14? You're like
10th grade or something.
You're like middle school.
No, I think you're a freshman.
I think you're
freshman to like
you're going into your freshman year.
Okay. Yeah,
high school. What the fuck? Like why would high schoolers have to like? Why? I told Jacob earlier. I was like, when we were in high school, we played 2K. Like they're fucking slave trading. Like,
go back up real quick, Jacob. He said his friend went for
$350.
Another student was a slave master because he knew how to handle them.
See, my kid tells me that, I'm pulling up. You know how to handle them? Handle me then. For real? You think?
I
or your parents, somebody. I feel like these kids like that ain't never got their ass whooped. Their parents ain't never had their ass whooped.
So we even had a video of students harmonizing in the N-word
I'm at the
times
school, bro.
worse.
I'm at the school. I'm at Next.
Like,
Next.
how is but back to your first point. Where's the supervision at? Where was the teachers or something? Because
well, it did say it appears that it did not take place in a classroom setting. So where did it take
recess?
place?
So you're in the cafeteria doing it. It's even worse. Yeah. You got much more space to. Okay, you line up over here. I know how to handle them. Like, no,
That's wild,
so
bro.
fucked up.
I mean, you can kind of compare it to the NFL in a sense because line
bro.
them up, see how fast they are, kind of rate their weight. Like, okay, this is a
Combine,
we can get this much for him.
Combine.
Trade him up.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Very fair.
That's the whole Colin Kaepernick. Like, he still wants to fucking play a little bit, but like, I don't know. How you guys feel about, like, because I guess Colin Kaepernick's in the video of him like working out and trying to like get back in the groove. So like, should the NFL even pick him up?
Well, that was a few years ago, and he tried, and then I guess I thought one team was interested, but then it didn't ever happen.
I mean, honestly, if he can still compete at a high level, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to. But I mean, he was blackballed by the league.
I was gonna say,
let's keep it a buck. He was
to an extent, though.
It's sad. It shouldn't be like that, but he did what he did. Unfortunately, he made his bed. He had a lie in it.
Well, not unfortunately.
Well, no, like he did it because that was something he stood up for.
Yeah.
But it's like, unfortunately, those are the repercussions of it, which is fucked up. But I mean, yeah, for sure, he should still be in the league. He could still be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
How old is he? Probably 30 probably.
I'm pretty sure like Roger Goodell, he was like, you can play in the league, but you can't like. How do you basically expose a plantation and then say, hey, I'm about to go back to this plantation? Like, what type of shit is that?
Right. Well, now we've seen it, though, for the past 2 seasons in the NFL end zones. They have the little thing, end racism, or they have they're now saying, oh, we're socially aware. It's like, are you, though? I mean, now then the whole thing with the head coaches and the Rooney rule and all that.
Yeah.
How
that's crazy.
How woke are they if they're having to incentivize hiring?
You get a draft pick.
If you hire a black coach. Like, what the fuck?
Like, y'all got rid of somebody in y'all organization. He went somewhere, and I think y'all got a 3rd round pick.
Yep, we got a 3rd round compensation pick.
Same with us. One of our dudes was in our organization. He's the head of football operations now, and we got a 3rd round pick for it too.
This kind of goes back to our last episode where we talked about psychologist B.F. Skinner, with the whole incentivized conditioning. If I hire you, you get an extra draft pick.
Right. So they're going to
see. Fucked up,
but they also have that at like referral programs at some jobs. Like, hey, look, if you can get a friend to come work here and they last so long, you get an extra $100 or $200 for helping us out to get another good employee.
That's different, yeah. But I get you. It's
not.
So you're saying
the incentive is still there,
right? So you're saying it's common in other ways.
Yes, common in other ways.
Yeah. I guess more so it's his incentive with intent behind it, right? So don't incentivize me to do something, and then on the back end it's like.
Right, like you said, incentive for intent, whether that's good or bad intent, that's a whole other story.
Yeah. Right. Well, now I wonder what's going to happen with Brian Flores going to Pittsburgh. Like, is Pittsburgh going to not get national games, or are they going to be like, quote unquote, like blackballed themselves in some way that the league will do it but not really do it? Like,
no, I don't think so.
You don't think?
Because I believe the Steelers are too much a respected organization to like try to do some shit like that to him. And I mean,
so Colin Kaepernick wasn't. It's like, well, do you think because he was a one person that
I think it's more than one person.
He was overwhelmed.
He wasn't the only one on that team kneeling though.
That's true. That's true.
But he was the
starter.
Yeah,
he was the one in the field who stood up and was like, "I'm not standing for this." And then other around like, "Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't stand for this." But now we're going to discipline you for standing up to us, and if the rest of you guys follow suit, you'll be penalized for it. So it's fucked up, but I mean that's kind of how it is.
It's very fucked up.
I mean, we enjoy the NFL. It is what it is. We love sports and all that, but like I don't know. I feel like I'm looking at it from a different lens. But
do we want to talk about Deshaun Watson? Because we can kind of. So if we want to compare this, for example, with Colin Kaepernick. The football player and the person, right? You separate the two and say, activist, he's standing up for rights. People should fuck with that, and people also probably should fuck with him as a football player. Same with this Deshaun Watson whole thing with these accusations that now he's a part of the Cleveland Browns and people are trying. It looks like almost the day after. This is day after he was traded. people are having an issue disassociating the player and the person. And I'm seeing it all on social media. They're like, I'm torn. I don't know if I should root for the Browns. I can't, with the, I'm a, not me, but people have said I am a, sexual assault, survivor, and I can't support the Browns for doing what they did. It's like, yeah, at the same time, I understand that 100%.
But then it comes to like other situations in the world that there's been like, you got R. Kelly and his whole situation, but can you separate the artist?
Hell of an
from the
artist, but
person?
he just pee on bitches. So it's like
Underage woman. So it's like that. Or Michael
not
Jackson.
bitches, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Michael Jackson and, his allegations of children. That
Was that true?
it was an allegation.
But he said they were trying to break down his image.
And then
Right.
me and my daughter, like, we had a conversation yesterday. I said, "Did you hear?" She's like, "Oh yeah, they got that racist." I was like, "Damn, why you guys said that racist?" I was like, "He's innocent." Yeah,
Rapist.
I said he's innocent. There's been nothing has found him guilty of anything. She's like, "Yeah, but you know how rich people get away." I'm like, "But you also got to think about it like this.
True.
There's his story, and there is the woman's story. No one in the world will ever know the truth except for those people."
I mean, there's three truths. It's
Yeah,
their side, his side, and the actual truth. Yeah,
and you can look at it from both ways.
right.
You can look at it as he really did do something to these women, which is not cool at all. That goes against my morals, and I'm pretty sure all your guys' morals too. And he could be guilty because he did the shit, or they could be trying to frame him because he has money and just want to get in his pockets.
I mean,
but either way, no matter how it turns out, somebody's going to look bad and somebody's going to look good.
And unfortunately, not unfortunately even, like, it's just going to, he has, those allegations are against him, not against them, they're against him.
Right.
And there's no way, for me personally, I'm not rooting for him as a person. I just can't. The team, of course, I'm a Browns fan, but
I'm a Browns fan, but he comes in, does a couple plays, score a couple touchdowns. I mean, hey, for the team, still don't fuck with you.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. Unless he is, and even if he is proven guilty or not guilty, that doesn't mean he didn't do it. Just because the justice system said he didn't do it doesn't mean he actually didn't do anything. And if 22 women came forward, even though some were now thrown out, that doesn't mean that they didn't.
That's a lot of women. 22.
Well, it's down to 11 now because 11 women were accused that they were lying.
So what happened to? So he just trying to get in his pockets, basically.
But who knows?
Who knows?
Like we just established, there's only going to be 3 truths, and unfortunately, it's in the court of public opinion to a certain extent because no matter what, he's already been trialed by the court of public opinion. He's already labeled this. Unfortunately, because of kind of what John said, the justice system isn't always right. So,
even if because they mentioned the lawyers, and he's been fighting this, he's been fighting this suit. Of course, he has his right to fight it if he's actually innocent. But if he's not and he's fighting it, that's why defense attorneys get paid what they do, because they are trying to get people off that are guilty.
One thing that I do find interesting is such a high profile case like this, and some people said like he's rejected to pay these women off. He said, "I don't even want it. Because then that means we might have to do a DNA, and I don't want that. I want to tell my side of the story."
Or if paying off means that I did something wrong.
That,
yeah.
But it was also stated, and I thought it was just really specific how they even said about the NDNA. Like that right there. If he's gonna say, "Oh, I want to tell my story," then that right there. I mean, most people that are guilty don't say, "Oh, I don't want no NDA." Like.
It's just
that right there is like
yeah. How do we predict human behavior? Period. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know how anyone in this room will react if we had 5 seconds of like outrage, and then you calm back down, and then in that 5 seconds you may have killed someone. Now he's a killer.
True.
You know what I mean?
5 seconds of your life, and you are now something entirely different. And
5 seconds of rage can turn into 25 to life.
Right.
So my only question for you guys is, because you guys are all Browns fans. For me, I want him in the division just to make the division better. But as a fan, how many times do you have to turn the other cheek about something, any allegation, no matter what it is, and say, all right, this team isn't for me no more? They're bringing in Deshaun, the Kareem Hunt shit. They brought in Johnny Manziel, knowing Johnny Manziel was a knucklehead and he was flying to Vegas and partying and shit. Jim Brown. If you ever looked up Jim Brown,
I just seen that this morning.
Yeah.
There was like rape at like
no,
rape,
there was like multiple,
guilty, like guilty shit in like
But
in
he's
the
still
60s.
idolized as one of the
and
greatest
that's
running
what I'm
backs in the
saying.
league.
So how many times is your favorite organization going to do something that you don't morally agree with outside of that field?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, you can look at. For me personally, morally, yes, it's hard for me because that's a lot. But I just root for I want the team. I want the sport that I root for. I want the team to do good. I'm not going to agree with everybody's morals. I'm not. That's the real life. No matter it's my family or the team I root for, I'm not going to agree with everything they do. So you're going to have that natural confliction. But me being a sports fan, I would still root for them.
So you're going to let sports dictate if you like a person, regardless of any situation that they're in?
I want the team to do good. And
that's not what I asked you.
I know that's not what you asked me, but
I'm asking you directly, one person, not the team.
I'm not gonna let the signing of one person deter me from what I think of the team.
Okay.
Personally,
You got to think that's how people. That's
exactly what people are saying right now.
Yeah.
and it's bigger than just him. Like I said, Hunt, Jim Brown. They've brought in people who've been not the best people off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, right.
Because even Kareem Hunt, for example, got the chance to meet him. Great guy.
Oh yeah, and he's doing a lot for the community.
He does a lot for his community. But in the same sense, it's like
you still did what you
got
did.
the allegation against you. It's like, how do you respond to that?
And there's a video.
And you're guilty. You did that shit. And it's like, how do you bounce back? So I guess apparently the Browns did, tell Deshaun Watson, we're going to help you get your image improved. And that, for me, also says we're going to help you fund charities and do things and make it right financially.
Yeah. There's always some type of way to make it right.
Right. So I think that's going to be one big thing. That $240 million contract guaranteed.
230.
230. Yeah.
Is going to be
How much is it?
230. 230.
46 million a year guaranteed. So that for me, the fan, he has to, as a football player, he has to produce for 46 million a year.
No doubt he'll produce. But
Because
my thing
off
is
a
like
year. He tore both ACLs before.
He's kind of like damaged goods in a sense, but he still can like produce. Let's say.
Oh yeah, last time he was playing, he was good, but he wasn't. Someone said yesterday Mitch Trubisky has a better starting record. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's actual starting record isn't that good, but I mean, he's a lot better of a player than what his team record will show. I mean,
Yeah,
he
true.
hasn't
Very
played
true.
on very good teams.
Very true. Very true.
But I guess my frustration as a Browns, I guess I'm a fan. How many quarterbacks is it going to take? How many times we have to
50.
readjust just to get us somewhere? Like, I'm tired of going through this same cycle of like excitement, fail,
I know. Personally, I feel like we did give up on Baker too early, but it was kind of just damaged from the start. I think it was more than what is being told as far as the internal locker room issues, and I think he was kind of polarizing, and people liked him, some people didn't, and that grew. And then I think you've seen it on the field with his targets, even like who he was targeting.
There's a lot of pressure on his back for sure.
Oh, for sure.
But he made that pressure.
He did
for himself.
He kind of did. Well, this year, if he would have sat out this year, he would not, this whole thing would not have happened. It would have been, how can you get rid of Baker and we don't even know what he's going to do after he's
no. And then if he would have sat out, it would have been like, oh, he's a soft player. He's not a grown man. He can't fit in this league. You get those like narratives for him, but it's like, okay, well, I'm taking care of my health. If I come back healthy for you guys and produce, what are you going to say then?
Exactly.
And another thing with that, like playing while hurt. Oh, he's mentally tough.
Right.
What the fuck does that even got to do with anything?
No.
Are you doing your job? Are you completing passes down the
Just
field?
because you get up and put on that fucking uniform, don't mean you mentally tough, motherfucker. Like
exactly.
But I do believe most NFL players are playing with some type of injury.
Oh, yeah.
But that's every athlete, though, Ash.
Yeah.
Basketball players.
So how many? Like that's why I said. That's why
baseball players get hit with a fucking 99 mile per hour fastball right in the ribs. They come back in the next inning and play.
No way. I'm out for.
You know what I'm saying? They come with broken ribs and shit. Like Kobe finished a free throw on a torn Achilles.
He's different.
We're going to talk about that's mental. That's completely
Mamba
different
mentality. Like
I want this so bad. I'll play through fucking a torn ACL, Achilles,
but just
whatever.
because you're playing doesn't mean you're playing well. And you have to realize, if you are an athlete and a leader, that if you are not playing to the best of your ability to help your team win or put them in a winning position, then you got to be honest and truthful and be like, look, I can't perform at the level I need to perform right now to win these games.
So as your manager or somebody that can tell you, like, hey, you're listening to me, value my opinion, somebody should have told Baker, like, listen, sit down.
I've read reports that they did, and Baker said, no, I'm going out there and playing.
I was just going to say, I wonder who both sides, like, did the Browns say, hey, you need to sit, and Baker's like, hey, I don't want to sit, or was it, hey, Baker, you shouldn't sit because we want to keep you out here, for fans and for the money.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Because if you're in it, you're like, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll go out there with fucking one arm.
This is what got me for Baker. We played us. Y'all played us. Then y'all had to bye. That whole week, all we heard was, this is the best Baker's been all year long. This is the most rest he's gotten. He hasn't played. Because I don't even think he played the game before that.
No, I don't think he did either.
So he had almost 3 weeks off to actually heal up. This is the best Baker we got. After that game again, what was the narrative? Oh, he's still hurt. He still can't. He's not as mobile as what he wants to be because now it's his kneecap instead of his shoulder. And it's just like, if you really wanted to bet on yourself, you should have waited.
Bet for your future.
You should have waited.
Yeah, I agree. I do think he is going to go somewhere, and he is going to, I think, improve. I think he just needs to change the scenery, and he's going to. I hope that he does not ruin the Browns their chances somewhere down the line. That we got to beat him, we don't.
John, I'll bet you $25 right
definitely
now that Baker Mayfield will not lead his team to the new team to the playoffs within the next 2 years.
It's weird to control that narrative because he let out that statement before anything was even said.
Hey, what do you say to me? Sometimes you just pre-cum.
But in the same sense, it's like
that's
he's
what I look
saying
at that
this,
as.
right? He's saying this, right? But then it's like, okay, Deshaun Watson, we may sign him, we may not.
No,
now you're
then I
like,
said no.
He's battling between like, do they really even want me here? Then it's like, okay, we're going to sign him, but we're going to keep you. So now
I got something to read to you. So,
well, I don't think it was up to the Browns to say we do or don't want you. It was for Deshaun to say, I want to go to you.
Yeah, and he wants to come to the Browns.
That is one thing that I do appreciate for this, because someone said every quarterback we've gotten, we've had to draft them, or it was not a choice. He chose to come to the Browns, which is huge for me. I do appreciate that he chose us because he sees our potential.
It's a second
to
chance.
go back what you said though, I think if Baker doesn't play this whole year, they still trade Baker. Maybe not for Deshaun or for the actual value of what happened, but I still think eventually he would have got traded.
Okay. Well, this is his last year in his deal too, so it's
right.
like
so I think
we keep you and we got to pay you, or
either it would have been the end of next year or the beginning of this year.
We just hope that if he does get traded, they trade him to a place where he can succeed.
Trade that nigga to the Steelers.
Well, I thought
see him twice a year.
I thought this. There's a couple thoughts in my head. I said, well, would the Browns trade him? And Jacob, give me just 1 second. Would the Browns trade him to benefit him, or just trade him just because? And I think that they're going to do that. They're not going to say we're going to get you in the best position possible.
Why would you?
Right. I think a good spot for him would be the Bucs behind Brady. That would be something that I would like to see.
And see, then a commercial plays in my head where Brady hands him the rings. Like,
that's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
So
what's up, Jacob?
This is from Eric Metcalf's Twitter, former Browns running back.
Verified?
Yes, verified with the little check mark.
Not the 7 though.
No, not the 7. I fucked up. Okay. So he said, every year the Browns brought in a running back to replace me, but no one could do what I did, so I made it hard for them to get rid of me. This is the NFL business, and if you're an organization that is not trying to get better at each position, then they're not doing their job. And this was when the report saying that the Browns were going to Houston. And he said, forgot to mention, I was traded twice in my career after going to the Pro Bowl in previous seasons. So that's facts. I mean, it is a business. At the end of the day, it's a business. Yeah. You're trying to prepare your team to win as many games as possible and host a trophy at the end of the year.
And I think that's the harsh reality for players. It's like, I love this sport so much. I played this since I was a kid, and then I come into this NFL, that's my plateau. I'm like, I'm going to succeed, and then you find out it's a business. Yeah.
Inside of that, yeah,
there's a business too.
There's something. I know you love this, but like, there's a lining inside of all of it. And you're like, what do you mean? And then you see players like some excel, some fail, and it's like Odell, for example.
He ain't been sound good.
Neither has Landry.
Right.
Yeah, I'm upset
Landry,
about that too.
Landry, come back, man.
How you going to
Come
trade
on back.
Landry? I was literally invested. He changed the culture.
No,
of
he
the
did.
Browns.
Oh, I'm 100. I've heard that there's rumors
I was
that
gonna
there
say.
could be a reconnection.
But that's one back to you, like to do. He said Landry was a Pro Bowler that year. He got traded. I think he made like 118
Oh yeah,
catches.
he was their dog that last year in Miami. He played their dog. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a business.
I feel like in the NFL, when somebody has their best season, that's the best trade bait you can have.
That's the best market piece you got. Like, oh shit,
because
this
you're
is-
high value that
Because
year.
like, let's say Baker balls out last year, 40 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. They can, what I say, they can get a first round pick from now.
I think they still will.
No, I just read an article they're looking for a day 2 pick.
No, there's no way. That's like
And
a
that-
fourth
No,
round.
second
pick.
round.
Nah.
Second round? No.
Second day is 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
No,
Nah, he's not that low.
I honestly think we're going to get a first and a player, or we're going to get like a. Because if Darnold got 3 picks, 2, 4, and 6, there's no way he's better than Darnold.
This is coming
I
from the
agree.
man that said he wanted Baker over Joe Burrow.
I'm
just saying.
I still would.
You want Baker with Joe Burrow?
I would. Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
this
Joe
dude is
Shiesty.
high.
Okay.
He is.
I don't know, man.
Dude.
I think he shot himself in the foot, and ultimately, as an organization, they know they can't get the most draft picks back for him now.
Say if now, because we got a 4th round pick from Houston, put Baker in that 4th for something. I'm sure we'll get a first.
I'd be nice. I would like Tyler Lockett.
Someone said DK Metcalf and a pick for Baker and a couple. And shit, we have 8 picks this year. Fucking give him 4 picks. Who gives a shit?
Shit, the Ravens got 9 picks in the first 150 picks.
All I gotta say is the Ravens secondary, when everybody comes back, is gonna look real nice. I'm surprised I do.
Yeah, me too.
That really surprised me because the Ravens are such a good organization, and
He got
he's a
drafted
very
by
good
us.
player. I didn't know that part. But to keep it on sports real quick, but to pivot real quick. Did anybody do a bracket this year or no?
No, but I've seen after the
did.
first day, there was only 6%
Oh yeah,
that were even right.
There's none left now.
No, is there really? In the second day or the
No,
third day?
yeah, there's none. Yeah, it's over.
damn.
But see, I usually
Nobody's ever winning that money, yo.
I didn't do it this year, but I also don't follow college basketball a lot.
Yeah.
I told somebody I was like, I'd rather watch golf, the Valspar Golf Championship that's on this weekend. It
The
was like-
Masters?
no, Valspar Championship. The Masters are in 2 or 3
I
weeks.
think, oh, yeah, it's in April.
So I was like, I don't know, I like golf, and then Parker like watches it with me. So he has a little golf set, and he took it outside. He's like, I want to hit the ball high. So you can one day if you
Speaking
really
of
want
golf, I'm
to.
going to Top Golf tonight.
Oh, nice! I lost my gift card. I gotta find it.
Yeah. I went last weekend. It was pretty cool. It was a little cold, but like I liked it though. The atmosphere. We were on like the first floor, and like we'll go back today. I hope we're higher, but
We should go golfing one Saturday morning.
I agree.
That'd be dope.
I'd be down.
could try.
There's a little golf course in Leary, 9 holes.
Yeah. I gotta get me a good set, and then
As long as you guys are willing to break a club, we're good.
oh, that's fine. Yeah.
I haven't broken a club yet, surprisingly.
I went to the driving range one time, and I broke Benny's driver.
You broke a driver?
Broke a driver.
Would you slap it in the ground?
Yeah, did you hit it 2 out of the ground? Yeah. You broke it at the neck?
See,
Yeah.
you were thinking in the mind of a baseball.
Yes,
right?
I was.
I was trying to crack that bitch.
Yeah, no, it's a whole different sport.
You
Yeah.
gotta like spring
You
it
gotta
back,
come
have
up.
it like this, and then
Mm-hmm.
somebody, because I cut the ball too much, because when I come back, I have the face open. So they said, well, when you go back, just compensate, have it like this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come back, you actually hit it right. It helped me so much the next day. I was like, okay.
Let's
Go ahead and hit that shit right, baby.
Keep it on sports so we could talk about how the Browns just dissed out that. But then we got the Indians. Who
The Guardians.
absolutely...
Guardians.
No, I'm calling them.
Now, I mean, to be grammatically correct, it's the Guardians, though.
And if I called you a bitch,
Whoa, see?
that's still your name?
No.
Why not? That's what I just called you.
Why am I a bitch?
How aren't you?
How am
So
I?
why aren't they the Indians then to me?
Okay, to you, that's fine.
All right.
I was just letting our listeners know so they understand.
They know my frustration. When I say the Indians, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not bringing up that dumbass name. Half of the name is the Indians. Take out the GU. Dians.
I do think, and just to go back, just on the name real quick, I think that they should not have made it so fucking similar. It's like, why? Because you're almost playing with it still. You're playing with that. You're fucking.
You're teasing it.
Yeah, you're playing with the name again. It's like just move on from the whole thing. Like, but yeah,
See my frustration now.
I agree. But I'm gonna say Guardians just because it is the truth right now.
So, why do you think as a big franchise organization, that some teams just refuse to spend money.
It's just ownership. They have to buy into what the public and what public the public. Well, we want them to spend money, and they don't.
Exactly. So then, if you shut out a good portion of the public eye,
you're going to lose viewership. You're going to lose money.
Right. So then, why would you? I mean, if you're going to lose money, you might as well spend. It. If you're just going to get wasted.
Right.
Okay. So I got two responses. One, it depends on the sport and what their salary cap and what their finances are for, and then you just got to go to like the owners and like look at their history. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like the Indians have never spent, so that's nothing new to me.
The last thing I remember we spent on was like Nick Swisher, and he was fucking terrible.
A bust. So it's like I don't. But with our new, there's a new co-owner that's going to be possibly taking over the team within the next 5 years completely. Because right now he only owns like 40 or 50%.
15.
15? Okay. So over the next like 5 years, I heard like it's going to go up. So hopefully with the new owner, he won't be hesitant to spend. But yeah, it's I do agree with you because or like the thing where with us being a small market.
That's what it doesn't make any sense. The Browns can dish out $230 million and they both resonate in Cleveland.
Right. So it's like I don't, but that could also go to different finances across the different sports with salary cap and how they do their contracts.
So
there is a salary cap in the NFL. There's not a salary cap in MLB. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy too.
Yeah, but
that's why the Dodgers can spend $600 million.
Taxes.
The Yankees and the Mets and those big teams that can spend, they're like, fuck it, we're gonna get Lindor, blah blah blah.
But if you can't spend, is it like then if you can't spend that type of money to actually be competitive? Then sell your fucking team.
That's true.
So then my counter argument to that is, what if he sells a team and he puts it in his sale? You can't spend over this amount of money. Just like the dude when Haslam's bought it, so you can't change the Browns colors. They have to say orange, white, and brown.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you're going to try to write a restriction of you can't spend that much amount of money and selling the team, I'm pretty sure the MLB board would be like, you can't dictate once you sell the team.
How can you dictate if I can't change my team colors? I just bought this for $2 billion. You telling me I can't change these team colors? $2 billion.
I'm thinking that's like more like paying respect to the origins of the Browns. But that's just me thinking.
They have changed the colors of the Browns. They like made the orange more orange like recently.
It's a different shade of orange.
But I think doing something with colors, opposed to like setting a financial boundary on a new owner, is way more overstepping that line. Because how are you going to tell another man that just bought this team for X amount of dollars how much he could spend? He could spend $5 million more. I just think it's just different opposed to a color of the team opposed to a financial situation.
Okay, real quick though. So say I'm a person who wants to come to Cleveland. Sell me on Cleveland. Why should I come play for the Browns or the Guardians?
So Cleveland has a good nightlife. They have very popular bars and establishments that you can also rent out and have a own private event. You're on the lake and you have nice scenery. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the winters get cold. You're gonna get cold. You can't be a bitch about it. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But it's a nice place to just you're human here. Yeah, we're gonna polarize you because you are on our favorite team, but you could also just go into a shop, do what you do, and not have to be harassed.
You're looking at our culture.
Right.
How's our culture in Cleveland? You guys haven't won a lot of Super Bowls.
Well, I mean, no, we haven't.
But we breed a lot of athletes.
60 years ago we did, but
yeah. You probably would throw in LeBron James from this.
Right.
Steph Curry.
You could be the leader. You could be the leader of that. You could.
How many people you think they've lost just on that sales pitch right there, though?
I would say a lot.
I would say for the Indians, it's a lot better. It's a lot easier argument for the Indians. Since Terry Francona has took over the Indians, they have the most wins in the AL.
Okay.
They've also had tied for the most playoff appearances.
Right.
They went to the World Series. They lost. They should have won.
I agree.
Should have fucking won.
And think of all the teams that we've had around Terry Francona.
Oh yeah, I agree.
We've built just from our farm system. Not even actually got people. We've got Lindor. We've gotten Bieber. We've got Jose.
Mm-hmm. If they don't re-sign Bieber,
I do think so. The Browns, it would just have to be you can help change this culture of
even
losing.
More.
You know what I mean?
But then you might get released and traded in 3-4 years. Back to what he said.
But that's the business side then. It's like, yeah, we served your time here, but you're probably at your best right now, and we could probably turn you for a profit.
If I'm 26 years old and I'm in the NFL and I'm
prime.
In my prime, this is your prime years, 26 to like maybe 29.
Yeah.
Those are your prime years, roughly. And you guys are not like producing well. I don't have the right pieces around me. Like, what needs to happen for us to move forward?
You saying the Browns in general, or just in general? I mean, honestly, it just all depends. I mean, if that person does fit the need of the team, say Deshaun Watson, I really would like to be a fly on the wall of what they said. Like, look, Baker just has been performing. But
I bet you they didn't even talk about Baker.
You don't think?
No. I bet you they went there with a sales pitch to pitch him on the roster.
I think they went in and said, "Listen, we're gonna give you 230 guaranteed, motherfucker."
You gotta
that happens the day after.
You got Nick Chubb.
Still,
no, that's fair.
Coming in, if you do come to this, you're getting a fat check. They had to say that the day.
Do you think? Well, I was gonna say, do you think they called him back? Like, do you know this is guaranteed? Did they change it?
Yeah,
because they were denied first. They were not gonna get him.
The story that I heard from a lot of the Ian Rappaport and stuff like that was, when he said no to Cleveland in the first place, he still liked them because of their roster. But his manager was like, "They're waiting for you."
I want to know why he said no in the first place.
I know. I want to know.
Well, see, and then I heard the next day after he said no, he was thinking like a change of heart, and all by that time, like Andrew Berry and his agent were already like talking like, "Hey, look, is he still thinking?" He was like, "Yeah, he's actually still thinking about y'all." Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, "Fuck it, that's what we're gonna offer."
So it was initially like not even 230 mils, like maybe like 180.
They probably like
not guaranteed.
And then they was like, "Oh, we're gonna just do this then."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, how the fuck can we say no?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess moving forward, I guess as a Browns fan still, you guys, my time is limited with the Browns. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's dear to my heart. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but still, like, come on, man. I can't take this much.
I think Gabe, you probably made one of the smartest decisions when you started rooting for football, and you said, "You know what? I've never seen these fans be happy. I ain't never seen my grandfather be happy about these motherfuckers. Why would I waste my time being a fan of these sorry ass motherfuckers when I could just root for another team in the division and I have a history with the Browns?"
The loyalty.
So fuck it.
It's the loyalty that I love about Cleveland.
The Ravens were established the year I was born, so from that I have some type of bias towards them.
Right. Like, that's cool as fuck.
Same with the Indians. They were in the World Series the day I was born.
This is facts.
They lost that motherfucker. So I feel like
was it that
I have deeply rooted, you know what I mean, ties with the Indians. This is the day I was born. They were playing. That's why I can't give up the name like that, bro. Like, y'all were in the World Series the day I was born. Nah, we lost to the Braves though.
Oh, the Braves that year, and then Marlins next year, right?
Yes.
But yeah, so
bum ass bitches.
Yeah, so that's my only frustration. It's just that, like, I love Cleveland, I love the Browns, but this shit got to change, bro.
It has.
Enough's enough. Seriously.
I know. Just last year, I do think that they had Case Keenum on the bench there. It's like, bro, play him and get if he's the quarterback that can fill in, let him fill in.
But not if you have the leader of the team saying, "No, I'm going to go out there,"
right?
And that's going to stop. What do you want them to fist fight to who's going to be the starter this week?
To the death.
What happens if Fight Club stays in Fight Club?
Right. But
let's thumb wrestle and see.
Tense as fuck.
What else? We got anything else, guys?
Yeah.
What we think?
You gonna talk about the
I want to talk about. I want to say that one for when we have a guest.
Okay, we can do that. That's fine. All right.
What time are we at? 45 or 50 something, right?
Let's see.
I think 40.
53.
53.
Okay. Any thoughts for you guys? Like, what's been going on with the world and
a thing that bugged me was I'm all for the LGBTQ community, but I was not a fan of how the transgender male to female was allowed to participate in the women's competition.
Lia Thomas.
Yes, I was.
Wait, what do you mean?
So she transgendered
you didn't see this?
From male to female, and she was a swimmer, and she was allowed to compete in the NCAA swimming competitions. And we all know, because this is science.
Pull this up. I'll give my honest takes.
While he's paraphrasing, she fucking crushed everybody. She beat
Like
the fucking
destroyed?
record. Yeah,
Like-
she beat the record by at least 10 seconds. So
And-
there's just a lot of controversy on
I'm all about living your truth. But for her to be able to participate in this event and the girls' division, I think it's kind of messed up because of it's proven in science that guys are more muscular. We are stronger.
Testosterone levels.
Yeah,
So
it's
we are. It's proven.
it's bigger than being stronger.
Right.
But
It's on a scientific level, males are stronger. So, with that being said, it's like how can you let somebody that's already naturally stronger participate in this event? That's a competitive disadvantage for everybody else, isn't it?
And in the competition that she just won, the second and third place were Olympic swimmers. So not NCAA champions, Olympic, like silver medal, like both of them, 2 and 3.
Like nothing to slouch at. And it's like, well, is it? And that's something that kind of like just pissed me off. It's like, I understand you want to live your truth, and I'm not knocking you for that, but you shouldn't be able to participate in this because everybody else is just at a competitive disadvantage. And
I mean, we're in a space now where we're accepting.
But isn't it
damn
too-
near
this
anything.
is what I don't like about it. She,
They,
what,
them.
whatever they want to fucking be called, was already an established swimmer for the men's team.
Right.
So you shouldn't have. You
I
shouldn't.
didn't
Yes.
know. Oh no, you can't do that. No.
You already established swimmer for the men's team. If you would have went to a different school, okay, maybe it'd have been a little bit different. But she was already established in the men's record books.
in the men's league, I think she was listed as the 470th like swimmer. So like that was her ranking in the swimming college, the collegiate level, 470. So now she moves to the female,
right,
and she's
top,
number 1.
Yeah, but I say top athlete. Like that doesn't even make any sense. How can you like justify that? And another thing, like, don't get me wrong, be who you want to be, do what you want to do. But at 22 years old, you should not be able to make a life-changing factor like that. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Do you have
like when we had a conversation with Josh, like he had to go through his own process to figure out who he was. So yeah, so I mean, that's fair. But yeah, for her to be able to compete in that division, I thought I didn't think that was fair.
I think it's just a slap in the face for people who have done
trained their
Yes.
whole life to get to this, only to encounter this situation, and it's like, well, I'm already like 10, 20 steps behind just because based off science alone.
Yeah, she's a pretty big woman.
Yeah.
Say, larger lung capacity, larger hands, larger.
Yeah.
No, she's just physically larger than most
yeah.
female swimmers that are 22 years old. Like, she's already hit her growth spurt, her everything. Like, you know what I mean? Some of these females coming in 5'0" and shit.
Okay.
This motherfucker's almost 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
No matter how much testosterone suppressant he takes, he will always be biological male and have the advantage.
That's a very.
Says somebody. I don't know who.
I was about to say that was a very angry person whoever said that.
Oh,
Millen.
the former swimming official. Oh, wow. Damn. But yeah,
I guess I can't say what I want to say because I'll get canceled for it. So I'm just gonna keep.
But yeah, that for me this week, that's
Keep
one
going
thing that was for me that kind of really stuck in my mind and kind of bugged me. Was this so? John, anything for you?
Ooh, no, I don't know.
Anything really grind your gears?
Grinding my gears.
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm even killed this week. I've been drinking a lot of coffee. I'm trying to like keep myself awake and motivated and up. So I don't know.
So you got a double shot of.
Yeah, fucking white chocolate.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, that's about it. Gabe, what about you? Anything going on your?
I did see something that was kind of disturbing. One of the cities in Ukraine, they had a really bad bombing, and there was 109 strollers
I seen that.
for every kid that was killed so far in that war going on. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, just thinking about, man,
innocent people getting
all these lives are just getting thrown
That's
into the middle of this
heavy
fire,
right there.
literally into the crossfire, and it's just it sucks to kind of see that. But I mean, we've kind of been used to it, and that's desensitized to it. That's fucked up, man. So.
Yeah, it is. I saw an interview. They were standing outside. It might have been a hospital or something, and the guy, it was a Ukrainian official, and the guy was like, "What do you think about Russia's attacks and on your guys?" He's like, "Does this look like something that's gonna harm anybody? It's a fucking." He was like, "No, this is bullshit. It's a hospital."
Mm-hmm. I seen it hit like a home. Like a home, they was keeping people in from the crossfires and shit. And they hit that shit with a bomb.
Or when they had a building that said children are here, like from the sky it spelled out children, or however they spelled it, and it's like, don't give a fuck. Like,
They don't give a
how
fuck?
can you? Yeah, so it's fucked up. Damn, that's heavy.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I seen this week to fuck me up. But
What about you, Ash?
The world's fucked up. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. The simulation keeps getting crazier and crazier, and I guess I'm just kind of unplugging from it and trying to just, pull out more positive that we can look forward to, like, trying to go to space. That's pretty cool. Or the outer layers of space. That's pretty cool.
Excuse me.
Pete Davidson is going for free because,
No, he's not going no more.
He's not going anymore?
No.
What changed?
He just, because they changed the flight date, and then he just couldn't make it work.
Oh, couldn't work his schedule.
Damn.
He offered a free trip to
Damn.
the outer layers of
Just
space.
doesn't
People
fit.
are paying like thousands of dollars, but it doesn't
I
work
like
for
this
you.
little segment. I think we're going to keep it to the show, Ash.
Fine.
You hear me? I like the segment.
I
We're
mean,
going to keep it.
uh,
He said,
that's just
yes.
my honest take. I don't know.
All right, so mental health check.
Oh yeah,
What you at, Ash?
I'll go last.
No, wow.
I go first.
I'll go first.
Right now, guys, I'm feeling good. I think I just got to be a little more on my shit and on myself to just keep improving. Yesterday, I did make a purchase, and it's going to help me, and it could help the podcast too. I bought a camera, a real nice. It's a beginner camera, but it's it ain't no fucking like.
It's like a nice beginner camera. Type.
Yeah.
You can send nudes.
Could, man. So on top of this, so what I want to do is for my little side business, my little eBay business, I want to start taking better pictures and having like nice setup. Dude, it's like a 30-piece combo.
You got like the white screen and like
It might have one, but it has a tripod. It has
Okay.
it has 6 different lenses. I mean,
that changes everything.
I got a tripod for you.
thanks,
Whoa.
man.
Well,
So
pause.
on top of the
podcast.
on top of the eBay stuff, I also want to help my dad sell some stuff. He's having some shit that he needs to get rid of, and so that can help that. On top of that, I also wanted to start going into photography a little bit as a hobby, just to see. I love on Twitter and shit. There's so many good artists. I can't if you ask me about names, I couldn't tell you, but I could show you the work of some people, and it's so. It's I want to do that. I'd like to do that. So,
kind of seeing the world through your own lens and capturing a certain angle that somebody might not see.
exactly. I love that. So,
You gotta start somewhere.
yeah, man. So that was something I did yesterday. As far as anything else, man, just we'll see what happens, and I'm feeling good. I'm like a 8.5 right now. I'll say 8. I'm at 8 right now.
That's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gabe, for you?
I'm at a 9-ish. 9. I'll say a 9 even. I've slept a lot this week, man. I don't know.
That's good.
That daylight savings fucked me
That
up.
fucked me all.
Man, I've been sleeping so crazy, man. I ain't get up out of bed today. I ain't get up out of bed. It's almost 11:30. I'm
Damn.
That's good sleep though.
No, I didn't. Really wasn't sleeping though.
What time did you go to sleep? Was it after?
It was about
12?
12:30.
Oh, okay.
Shit,
Well,
see,
damn. You was knocked
That's what I'm
out.
saying. Bro, I just been sleeping.
I don't understand how 1 hour can do so much. How?
But think about when we, not to get off topic, but think about when we go to Vegas. Or have you been to Vegas? No. Have you been West Coast?
Different time zone.
Yeah.
I have been to a different time zone. 1 hour back.
How long?
For
Were you in that?
2 days?
Okay,
Couple
see.
days.
After that third day, so try to go somewhere for 3 days. It's fucked up because now your brain thinks, okay, You're out here, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, but at back home, it's really 2. So now you're trying to move. You're trying to do something faster in the day than when you don't have to do it.
Right.
So then when you come back, now you're thinking, oh, it's 5 o'clock. It's only 2 out here now. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So it's like now the time perception is kind of fucked up. But at least for me, that's how I was looking at it.
So, you know, I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock most days. So I'm like, I'll adjust because I'm going to Vegas in April. So, like, that's going to be 3 hours back.
Right. And watch you gonna wake up one of them days, 2 in the morning, and you can be like, man, it's 5 o'clock back at home, and it's 2 in the morning where you're at right now.
Damn, I might as well go again. Fuck it. Yeah. See, that's how it's going to be. But, no.
But yeah, minus my sleep, man. I've just been sleeping a lot, working, staying out of trouble. Y'all know me, man. Just trying to grind. About to learn a new tool from Sir Archibald. So
Archie.
we got the game coming up this week. We're gonna go to. I want to try to.
Next week.
Oh, it's this week.
No, it's the 30th.
Monday they play the Lakers.
I'm telling you, that game is
I might go to
very
that game,
close.
too.
I'm
So-
trying to get tickets to that
It's
game.
next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday coming up. It's next.
Well, we
It's
can talk about
30th.
that after.
Yeah,
Okay.
talk about that.
So,
Jacob?
I've been arranged this week. I've been like at 8. Then I've been at like 5.
Mm-hmm.
Then like back up to a 9. I would say I'm a 4.
What? That was a dramatic drop. But
Yeah,
okay.
that didn't even make no sense.
I get stressed out over shit
594.
easily.
Okay.
And I get so invested in things sometimes where I let it get the best of me without thinking and being able to be a better communicator.
Mm-hmm.
So I just get so worked up about shit that I see, and it's like you just got to realize what you can do and you can control.
Right.
So just that, and having better lines of communication and expressing it in a positive way, and not putting so much on myself, and learning how to dictate other things and being better at doing that stuff too. But a good bright spot, my daughter got a job. She got a job at Dunkin'. Shout out to her.
Which one?
Free donuts, man.
I don't know.
You got to bring some.
Right.
Every Saturday, you better start coming in.
I like Boston cream.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, I was able to cop a PS5 this week, so
Really?
Damn. Let me hold $1 then.
So,
Right, shit.
so yeah,
I'm
so
going to come sell the
it's
controller.
been good. So, what about you, Ash?
I am at I'll say 8. 8 is pretty accurate. Just kind of settling things. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I really sat down and looked at my finances, and that put everything into perspective for me. I have, not to brag or anything, but I have way more than what I need. So I'm like, I'm going to balance it out the best way possible and try to like keep building that financial literacy for myself, learn more about how to spend my money, where to place my money, so like I'm never like behind per se. I was watching a video on TikTok, and he was like, if you're paying this month's bill with this month's money, you're behind. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, so this financial tip for anyone: make sure you have at least like, let's say a month or 2 in advance saved up
Of
just to
all
give
your
you-
expenses.
Yeah, all your expenses, just to keep you like a certain cushion. They say like 10 months.
No, I have like 10 to 20 months.
Oh, that's good. That's what you want, right? But it's just getting that knowledge and then
it's very
applying it.
Motherfucker, how you go from 10 to 20 months? That's a big gap.
20 months. Let me borrow $1 for
That's what I'm saying, yo.
I'm broke.
Yeah, see? And that's the mentality. You gotta be like, I can't afford this right now.
I had to learn that
Can I,
mentality.
can I say something real quick?
ahead.
I wanted to flex this on the podcast. I fleeced Wendy's and McDonald's for lunch on Thursday. I paid for 2 full meals. Guess how much I paid for 2 full? I had to go to both locations, right, to get this to work. Guess how much I paid?
$5.
I was gonna say $5.
$3.
Wait, say the whole phrase again.
I fleeced McDonald's and Wendy's using their apps and shit, using their coupons and shit. I was able to get 2 sandwiches, not no fucking dinky sandwich, 2 sandwiches, fries, and a drink, and 2 drinks for $3
Each?
total. That's how you stay fucking rich. You fucking police motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's what I'm saying. Like you don't
Take
have
it-
to spend more than what you need. And I think that's where a lot of people get caught
And
up.
you don't always need everything.
Yeah,
You need to realize what you need and what you want.
Mhm.
That's a whole decipher too.
huge.
I've had to learn that.
Yeah.
I've had to learn that a lot over like from what I was at my early 20s to where I am now. I'm very proud of myself of how I've became better with money. I still have my urges,
Yeah.
but it's like, hey, bigger scheme. Do you need this right now, or can you wait?
And I feel like, not to like go off topic, but like I feel like once I turn 30, or you're about to turn 30, I feel like 30 is the new 20. It's like,
You better watch with that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Jacob,
you
stop
get,
breathing in my.
you get hurt in your 30s, you're probably down for like a couple weeks, but like financially wise, it's just like your 20s. You're just more financially sound and
You know what you're
you're
doing
much
a
more
little bit more.
relaxed. You know what I mean? Versus like 20s, I'm just going out spending willy nilly. Like it's whatever. But in your 30s, you're like, I can't be spending like that. I can lose 200 in my 20s and be okay. In your 30s,
So I lost. Well, how the fuck did I lose 200?
yeah,
Where the fuck did it go?
you looking through like
So I'm
fucking
looking through
receipts.
receipts.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out.
Did I crinkle that shit up?
Where Watto in this bitch?
yeah. No, so that's
Yeah,
the
needs.
Oh, we don't
difference for me. So
But needs and wants, that's really good. That's a really good.
We don't have a cliff note today.
No clip.
We need a cliff.
Cliff note is keep your money, don't spend it.
Oh,
Invest your money, don't spend it. There you go.
Best in the future, baby.
that's been another episode of It's on Us.
Invest in us. I'm excited for that.
Take care.
And thank you for listening to another episode of It's On Us podcast. I hope you enjoyed the episode and join the conversation. If you want something to talk about, email us or comment below. Let's start a conversation.